Why can't I find my shade in your foundation since you have 50 shades? Why can't I find my shade? That doesn't even make sense. Hey guys, my name is Kaila, and welcome to my channel. So today, guess what we're doing? Well, by the title, girl, you already know. We're going to be reviewing the new Fenty Hydrating Longwear Foundation. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, we're also going to be doing the True Matte Primer, the newest one. So she did come out with the soft matte when everything first launched, but then she came out with a hydrating one and a true matte one. So I'm gonna try out the true matte because I do have oily skin, and you're probably like, girl, you got oily skin but you're trying out a hydrating foundation. Like, this is bound to go super wrong. Yes, I'm aware of that, but personally, me, number one, I touch up during the day. Number two, yes, I have oily skin, but I really hate like suffocating my skin. If you put on a matte primer and a matte foundation and powders and you're literally suffocating your skin, and your skin wants to breathe, so it's gonna secrete those oils even worse. Trust me, I know. I made the mistake of doing that a long time ago, and I just really cannot. I cannot. So I need hydration on my face to make me feel comfortable, number one, but just to make sure that my skin knows, okay, we're being hydrated. We don't need to do it ourselves. We can just, you know, give her the normal amount of oils and not like, you know, just flood the face. Okay, the glands are going crazy. So I ran up in Sephora and grabbed these two things, checked out, ran home, and decided to go ahead and start filming this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. But before we do that, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some pip in it. No, just kidding. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and follow girl on Instagram at Kake, because I will be posting my Fenty face, period. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so we are going to be reviewing, like I said, the new Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation, as well as the True Matte Primer. So I've never used one of their primers before. I haven't used the one that like came out before. I didn't pick up the hydrating one because, like I said, I do have oily skin, so like, why am I? No. The only switch up that I did was, this is in the shade 300, this is in the shade 290. But 290, like I said, if you've been rocking with me for a while, then you know I reviewed the concealers a while back and the powders and all that. 290 is just too light for me, and 300 is too dark for me. But this foundation does like do something weird when it gets on your skin, and I wasn't really rocking with that. Also, I didn't like how drying this was on me. I have oily skin and this was drying on me. Like, what? How? Also, the lady in Sephora, when I was getting shade matched and everything, well, I wasn't getting shade matched, but she was kind of telling me about everything, and then we were trying to choose between 290 and 300. And we asked multiple people in the store, and everyone said 300 just because you can always lighten it up. It's kind of hard to darken a lighter foundation and just put bronzer all over the place, because when you take a picture, the flashback is still going to be crazy, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's best to go darker, so we did go with 300. But she was actually wearing the foundation, and oh my god, her skin looked amazing. But she also has combination skin. She said she gets oily in her T-zone, which I do as well. So she put the soft matte, not soft matte, what is this, the True Matte Primer with the hydrating foundation, and it has been on her skin for about like 3 hours, and her skin literally looked like, number one, she didn't have anything on, and number two, where was the oil? It was like nowhere. So I totally trusted her. Of course, our skin is different, so we're gonna see what happens, but hopefully this could be a good combo, so we're gonna see. Okay, so my skin is prepped. I pretty much did everything I normally do: serum, moisturizer, SPF. So now we're gonna go in with the primer, and like I said, this is the True Matte Primer. So we're gonna see. Oh, she's kind of like watery. I thought it was gonna be a lot thicker than this, but oh, and it kind of goes on. Is this really the True Matte? Because I'm just gonna put that only in the areas that I get oily, because I don't like my face to be too matte, to be honest. And as you can see, I do have some scars and a few little blemishes under my eye, which I'm like, what the, how did that happen? But we're gonna deal with her. And some scars over here. So we're gonna see how this covers as well, because it is supposed to be medium to full coverage. So girl, you need to cover all of this, okay? Okay, I'm trying to go 0 to Fenty right now, okay? So cover me up, sis. Cover me. And I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand first. Oh, she's She's spitting at me. Is my pump broken? What the fuck? I'm gonna use a sponge because that's just what I always use. So I always want to see how things work. You know, the way that I always use them. Oh my god. Girl. What blemishes? What scars? Bruh. Like, what? This is supposed to be medium to full, which means you can build it up. Oh, it's getting darker. I see you, sis. But yeah, it's supposed to be medium to full, which means you can build it up. But honestly, like, I don't even need to do that. It literally covered within the first layer, so that means you can really get some full coverage up out of this. Yeah, this is getting darker. I don't know if you could tell this side is a little darker than this one. Now honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna need like a 295 because why can't I find my shade in your foundation since you have 50 shades? Why can't I find my shade? That doesn't even make sense. And honestly, from my other video, other people were saying that they still can't find their shade and there's 50 shades. Like, sis, what is you doing? All right, so I don't know if you guys could tell how radiant this is looking, but I really like how this looks. Okay, I really like how this looks. And also I feel like with that matte primer, it's kind of it's not looking as like shiny or radiant or glossy or dewy as much as I've seen on other reviews. So I've never seen anyone use the matte primer with the foundation. I see everyone using the hydrating primer with the hydrating foundation. So this is looking pretty good. Like I said, y'all, I got oily skin, so we really gonna see what this is talking about. Like, I'm kind of scared. So I'm going on with the shade 300 concealer. And I actually really love this concealer. Like, y'all, I'm literally scraping this bottle because I literally love this concealer. I should have got a new one while I was at Sephora, but I wasn't thinking. But this is such a good shade. It's such a good, like, natural shade. But I think I'm gonna add a little bit, you know, just a little brighter, and go in just a little bit just to brighten her up. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye really quick. Also the rest of my highlighted areas. You guys already know the drill. I'm gonna set the rest of my face with a foundation powder, and you guys already know what this is. The only powder I use is at my face, and like I said, I do have to set this because one, I have oily skin. This is a hydrating foundation, so we're gonna see if it budges because other foundations do not budge, and I really don't pay attention to finishes. I know what other foundation do I use? I use the Cover FX one, and that's like a natural type of finish. It's not completely matte, and it definitely holds up, you know, throughout my routine. So we're gonna see what Miss Ree is talking about. Y'all, my base is looking so flawless. Like, what is happening right now? It looks so good. Even with the powder on, you can still kind of feel that it's not super dry or anything. It's still, like, I don't want to say sticky, but you can just feel like it's not sucking the life out of my skin, which I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my face. I will be using my Fenty bronzer to bronze. Some brows on, and then, well, I didn't throw on one, it took me like 20 minutes. But for a highlighter, I'm going to be using the Killawatt and Me Money and Hustla Baby, and I usually use Hustla Baby. This is one of my favorite Killawatt. Like, look at it, like, what? So I just added some all-nighter spray, and I like to really just do my full routine, like, but just add the new product in because I want to see how it fits into my routine. Honestly, I don't like to do anything different because that's just not what I'm used to. So we're gonna see how it works like this. It is, what time is it? 11:30. Can you see? 11:30. So we're gonna see how this lasts. I do have somewhere to be at 7 o'clock, so I don't know if I can wear this the whole day because I might have to refresh and everything and, you know, do my thing, but we're gonna see what happens. So she's looking good. Okay, she's looking real good. So I will see you guys at the check-in. All right, guys, so right now it is, what time is it? 4:05. If y'all can see, it's 4:05, and currently, like, my face actually doesn't look terrible. Like I said, I do have oily skin in my T-zone. This is a hydrating foundation, so no, I do not expect it to be still bomb and matte and all that, but honestly, it doesn't look terrible. Now I do have some oiliness in here and here, just remember that this is highlight, and even if I touch it, it's literally like still matte. It's just highlight. And on my nose as well, it's still matte on my nose. Just right here on the sides are getting a little oily, and then right here is definitely getting a little oily. My chin is definitely getting oily as well. It's like the beginning stages of my oils, honestly, which I can just tell because hello, it's my face, and I've had this face for I don't know how long, and I've been wearing makeup for I don't know how long. So I just can really tell this is like right when my skin is about to get oily, if that makes sense. My forehead is just like a tiny bit oily. I haven't touched up anything because I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I've been asleep for the past 2 hours. I was knocked out, okay, girl. Oops. But yeah, to be honest, it looks really good to me because I do not expect it to be matte. Just like I said, I have oily skin, and this is a hydrating foundation, so what else am I supposed to be expecting? You know what I'm saying? I really do not expect it to be like straight up matte. So yeah, I'm really not mad at it, to be honest. I like the point that I'm at, and at this point I would usually touch up anyways, just, you know, wherever I do see oils, but I'm not going to touch up because I do want to see if my oils happen to break down the foundation at all. So yeah, I'm just going to see. All right, y'all, I am back. It is 6:34, if you could see. 6:34. It has been about like 7 hours, and honestly I feel like my braid is just raggedy, honey, okay, because I took a nap, I did a lot. So yeah, I think honestly it's looking pretty good for 7 hours. Usually my oils will come through like crazy. It hasn't gotten crazy oily throughout the you know, the 7 hours or anything, and honestly I feel like it doesn't look cakey or anything. It just looks like a little bit shiny. Now of course my lights, I feel like my lights are making everything look a little bit more luminous, but it's really not that bad. And kind of close up, my oils didn't like break down the foundation or anything. Right here I got some mascara, y'all. I told y'all I took a nap, so woo, I took a real good nap. Only place that is like coming off is around my nose here, but I didn't really set it that well around my nose anyways. But like right here, it literally feels like it did when I first applied it. On my forehead it is a little bit, you know, luminous. This right here is highlight, and it literally still feels like when I first applied it. The oils are really just in this area. Mind you, I do have some acne right there. Some oils in here, my nose, really just on the tip. My chin, actually on my chin it is breaking up just a little bit, but just in this little crease right here. I was eating a bit, but it didn't really wear off around here either. So I definitely think it is a very long lasting foundation. And like I said, if I do get oily during the day, like I usually touch up, so I feel like this could last longer and longer because I do touch up. Realistically, I do touch up, you know, during the days. So I'm gonna take my powder brush, which I use to touch up, and it just has like excess powder on it. I'm not adding any more powder onto my face because like I said, I don't want to be cakey. And I just hit those areas that, you know, got oily or whatever, and it literally looks like I just put it on. Like it literally looks like when I put it on at first. I definitely do think this shade, actually one more thing, I think this shade is just like a little bit too dark. Now my lights are making it look perfect, but I do think it's like a little bit too dark. So I think what I will do is I kind of want to mix this with my L'Oreal Fresh Wear and see what happens, because I really love that foundation, and that one is just like the smallest bit too light for me. So I think if I mix them, they might like actually be a banger. But yeah, I'm feeling it, honestly. I just need to get rid of these 2 pimples under my eye. Like, who invented that? Like, what? Why? How does that even make sense? Okay, I need to get rid of these. Like, how did somebody tell me how to get rid of these? Review over. I need to take this off so I can get to where I'm going. I'm already late, to be honest, so I'll see y'all. Yeah yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the first impressions, the wear test, the demo, all that good stuff, little chit chat about my favorite Fenty products. And yeah, like I said, stay tuned on my Instagram where I will be posting my good old Fenty face, okay? And I will see y'all in my next video. Peace.